Alright, so again, if anyone wants to help me with the recap, because I've forgotten, I think just jump in and go, oh, this happened. But if I remember rightly, last time you continued on your journey towards the mountain. You're kind of halfway between... Huh?
We met the mage Stapo.
You met the what, sorry?
The mage Stapo? You know, the Stapo the mages?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we will get there. Give me a minute. You're halfway between Gibton and the mountain. You met a boy along your journey who seemed to be in distress. And shortly after seemed to be tailed by a group of heavily armored people who claimed they were in charge of keeping the mages safe and also the outside world safe from rogue mages. And they did so by keeping them in a tower away from the world, and it would appear that this young boy had escaped. Mel decided to disguise herself as the boy and trick them into chasing her, which ended fairly okay. They lost her, and she turned back and returned to the group, and they seemed to continue into the forest looking for this boy that they believe is up there. You then continued on your journey and met some trolls who were arguing over something, saying they had to get to the mountain to settle the dispute. But there was a bunch of traps in the way, and they were hoping that you would set them off so they could get through. Which you did, but you didn't actually stand in them, you set them off safely. You set up camp near there, and after leaving the trolls arguing over the one single trap that you left that was out of your way, they seem to have got bored with that, and the last we heard they were heading towards you, trying to be sneaky and failing miserably. I think that was everything. Again, like I say, if I've missed something, please do say.
Sounds about right to me.
Yeah.
Alright. Right, so it was just one watch before the end of the long rest that I can't remember who was on watch.
It was Eliza.
Had the trolls.
I'll go and wake Melly up then.
Alright.
What?
Eliza is heading over to wake Merly up as she hears the trolls they're just kind of grumbling to themselves, and you can hear one of them shout, "Shut up! They'll hear you! We're supposed to be quiet, remember? Oh yeah."
I'll go in and shake her shoulder one time.
What? Wait, what? What's going on?
There's trolls out there. You need to get up.
I mean, how close are the trolls?
Well, I can hear them. They're trying to be sneaky and not doing very well.
Fine.
We should wake the others up as well.
Yeah, I guess so. Are you sure there's not time to just get like 5 minutes in, just before we get here?
No, there's not time for 5 minutes before we get here.
Alright, fine. Okay, you wake up the two of them, I'll wake up the other two. And I'll go wake up Elcar and Vexen.
Mm-hmm.
Were you just asleep there, Alcar?
I don't think we adjusted our positions for the watch.
Oh yeah, I don't think, because otherwise everyone's just sleeping in random places.
Everyone's just sleeping in a circle around the fire. It's fine.
I mean, bedrolls are a thing. So.
Who is attempting to wake Orsig up?
All's now waking up.
You see that it seems like he's got a very dazed kind of, not dazed, how was that? What's the word I'm looking for? Blank expression on his face. He's away in kind of like a, not really here. And you can see at this point he's extremely drunk and lack of sleep isn't helping. He's going to be more than useless.
Okay, I guess I'll just leave him there then. We can deal with the cold.
Alright. As you finish waking everybody up and people start slowly emerging out, you can see this tree kind of rustle a little bit and this one here. You're the one making too much noise. No, it's you. I can see your tree moving.
Which tree?
These two, am I on the wrong layer? I'm pinging on the wrong layer. That might be why.
I think you are.
There we go.
Alright.
Those two.
Mm.
You can all distinctly know that they are most definitely there.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so what's the plan?
Well, as far as I'm concerned, we should give them the chance to scuttle off and be on their merry way. Or if they insist on being hostile, we'll cut them down. And Thixanastras will move forward slightly.
Mm-hmm.
You two trolls, I can clearly see both of you. You're not being sneaky, you're just being loud. Now, you can go back to where you came from and go to your mountain to do whatever it was you're planning to do. Or if you insist on being hostile, then I shall cut you down.
This one just steps out and goes, see, it's your fault. I told you we could have snuck up on them. It's pointless now.
Yes, it's exceptionally pointless. I think you should just move along on your merry way and leave us to sleep.
Roll me a persuasion. Let's see if the other one wants to leave
well,
you.
Persuasion coming up, if I can get my character sheet to load. Persuasion.
Oof. I don't think for these guys I even need to roll against that. He just looks over to the other one and goes, I still blame you. And you just see them turn and kind of slunk back down the hill. That could have been a free meal, you know. And that went a lot different than I expected.
That was easy.
Sorry, Endo, I cut you off there. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Elkan that tastes good.
You're mostly meat and bones, skin and bones anyway. Either way, thank you for being so alert, Eliza. I shall go back to sleep. But
Yeah.
remain vigilant, they might get the stupid idea in their heads to try again. Good night. And he goes back to his tent.
Yeah, I'm going back to sleep.
Me as well.
Alright, I believe there was one watch after Eliza's.
Quite possible,
Where's
but
my notes. Early Talbot section, Eliza, and then it was Alcar on the last watch, according to my notes.
Alright, that's what I was thinking too.
Good, as long as somebody else confirms my notes, that's like what I like to hear.
it's not like you have a specific set order of watches that you stick to every time.
Shh, don't bring logic into this.
I think I've told you already, I can't help that.
Alright, Alcar, make me that perception check for your watch, please. Alright. You can hear very faintly in the distance, probably back where the traps are, you can faintly hear the two trolls still muttering and mumbling to themselves quite loudly.
Can you hear what they're saying?
No, they're quite distant enough for you not to be able to hear what you're saying, but you can still hear that they're there, kind of thing, you know?
Alright.
But other than that, nothing unusual in your watch. Nothing else that you particularly notice. And with that, the long rest will come to its finish, and you can all do your long rest stuff. Because that was very descriptive. For the simple reason that I'm not going through everyone's long rest stuff, because they're all different.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should get those back up.
Mary's gonna stay in her tent a bit longer. She's gonna get as much sleep as she can. She's tired, she got woken up.
We all got woken up.
Yeah, well, she's the one that is most unhappy about it.
How does Orsik look?
It looks functional. Like if he was to ride on the front of his cart, he'll be okay, but he seems very spaced out and not really all together.
Well, Texanastras will say to him, Orsik, I think it's better if you ride your car today instead of guiding it by the hand. And he will go up to Toleran and says, please keep a lookout for the donkey. I don't think Orsik is quite here mentally today.
Understood. I can keep an eye on him.
Alright.
The Xanastratus will be meticulously packing up his gear into neat little bundles.
Mm-hmm.
Alpha's gonna do the same.
Alright. So you're both packing up, ready to leave. What is everybody else doing?
Probably prepping breakfast for everyone. Probably having a poke about, see if I can find anything to eat.
Mm-hmm.
Prep for breakfast.
Roll me an investigation check, see what you find. Or actually, survival, sorry. I don't even know why I said investigation. For once, Talon, you notice that it seems like there's berries here, but it looks like all the kind of smaller ones have been left, and the ones that have been nibbled by bugs and things, all the ones that you would expect to be like the nice, good ones, seem to have been pulled off.
He also did some scavenging, the night prior.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, but that dinner the night prior, because that was like rabbits and berries and stuff the night prior, so slim picking, sorry guys.
It's still enough to go around. It's just not as good quality as you would have expected if it was if there were untouched bushes.
Alright, well I'll split it up so everyone's got a portion, set them around the campfire for everyone. It's not much, but breakfast is ready.
Well, anything you can supply is appreciated.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, as soon as you're ready to move on, let me know and I will move us on.
I'm ready.
Yeah, I think so.
Ready.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm just swapping one spell.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure nobody will mind, but snow maps are particularly either hard to find or just don't fit the appropriate things, so you may see repeats of some of my snow maps as you go through the mountains.
I suppose we'll just have to suffer through it.
I was looking at some of the maps and tried to make some of my own, and they didn't turn out that well at all. So I gave up on that one. But just to give you an idea, now that you're going to be moving forward, I will move you back to the main map and show you. Can I shift, please? No. All 20, please work with me. There you go. No. All 20 is really not working with me right now. Thank you. That wasn't so hard, was it? You're essentially now at the foot of the mountain as you move forward today. Move you over here first. Also, I have many maps, which it makes it difficult to drag and drop you around, because I already have too many maps. Everyone should see themselves and should see the map, I hope.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Is this stream or is this road?
So,
Yes.
this is like a words have eluded me again for explanations. Like a cliff ledge, a very small one, but like a rocky ledge.
Right.
And then there's trees up on the top of the bank. The bank, that's the word I was looking for. And then obviously this side you've got some forest. Doesn't really seem to be any fresh footprints in the snow. Doesn't look like anyone's been here recently. There are kind of little wooden stakes indicating where the snow is less deep and kind of like a path.
Walker's currently bundled up in like just thick blankets that he had with him.
Mm-hmm. Is anybody looking out in particular? I think like, I guess for anything in particular, and if so, what?
Texanastras would be looking out for patches of ground that look iced over so they don't slip, but
Mm-hmm.
other than that, nothing in particular.
Okay. Give me a perception check. Okay.
16.
Strangely enough, there doesn't seem to be any icy patches or anything like that. However, as you're looking around, and you look up a little bit on the bank over here, you see some writing, like not like symbol writing in symbols. I don't know what it's called.
Runes?
Pictographs.
Either of those work. Yeah.
And Texanastras will go over there and look at them.
They seem to have been kind of chiseled into the stone.
Mm-hmm.
Looks fairly old, like it's been here for quite a bit of time.
Is this a language I would recognize?
Roll me a history check.
I'm decent at those.
Yes, you will know that this is like a not an evil cult, but it's a cult of people that go around writing message runes around the land to each other. Very similar to Thieves' Cant, but just for their own group instead.
Does this cult have a name?
It does. Let me find the name. Where's my notes? Where's my notes? Why didn't I have these open already?
You tell me.
They go by the name of the Silver Gauntlet.
Okay. Texanastras will turn to the rest of the group and says, "Is any one of you familiar with the writings of the Silver Gauntlets?"
Can't say I am, to be honest.
Alcar just shakes his head. He's a bit too cold for him to be able to talk right now.
Mm-hmm. Ladies, either of you, perhaps?
Can I make a check, see if I know? What it
Mm-hmm. What would that be? Would it fall under I don't know if it would fall under religion. Does anybody have any advice on what would be appropriate there?
Well, reading is either you can or you can't.
Mm,
It's a binary thing.
Yeah, you either know the language or you don't.
okay.
I mean, maybe a straight intelligence roll if it's some secret code, but
I guess then for anyone that wants to know if they know of them, if you're of the criminal / kind of dodgy element in any way, you will understand this. If not, then you will not.
Then
I mean, Elkhart knows thieves can.
Yeah, actually. Hang on. But then again, you spent most of your life as a miner under somebody else, so I wouldn't say you'd come into contact with.
Yeah, true.
I will actually let you roll straight intelligence, to see if you can match it to Thieves' Cards in some sort of way and decipher it a little bit. You can kind of match some of the symbols, and you know that if you probably take about 10 or 15 minutes, you'll get through the whole message.
What's it say?
Are you all happy to spend 10 minutes here?
I'm fine.
Yeah.
Alright. Anyone
I
else?
wasn't happy about it, but sure.
If anyone wants something for the cold, please hand me your water skin. I can heat them up.
Yes,
if you don't mind
please.
me, if you don't mind me huffing in it.
I just don't want to be freezing anymore.
So yeah, the Xanastars will take Merly's water skin and almost do a fire breath in it, but not quite. Just heating up the water.
Mm-hmm.
Here you go.
Ah, thank you.
Young Elkar, you seem to be having a bit of trouble with the cold. You want me to heat your water skin up?
Elkhart just nods and quickly hands him his water skin.
Yeah, the Xanastars does the same thing again. Eliza, Master Talrin, either of you?
I'm alright with the cold. And if it gets too cold, then
I'm
he
okay,
just
thank
pops
you.
a flame into his hand, sort of holding it.
Very well.
Elkhart, do you read this out loud as you're reading through it, so that everyone else can hear it? Or not?
Hold on, it hasn't actually popped up yet.
Huh?
Still says you're typing.
No, I'm asking you before I finish.
Oh, I'd say yeah.
Okay.
He'd read it off.
Alright.
Take a couple good swig warm water. Well,
As you get to the bottom, a kind of explosion just pops out from the rocks, and both You and Thexan take 2 damage.
Okay. Taking 2.
I'm glad I was standing behind you.
The writing does not disappear. It stays there for its next victim.
How loud was it when it exploded?
Sorry.
How loud was it? Like, was it just like a pop, or was it like an audible bang that went out a distance?
It was like those what are they called, Toby? That you put in that you throw everyone used to throw down at school.
Oh, like the mouse bang things.
Yes.
It's like little paper packets and you throw them on the floor and they bang.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's not that loud then.
Yeah.
Well, that's a nasty trick to play on people.
I'm gonna have to remember that. That's...
I'm not going to be doing that to anyone when I'm here.
You're such a spoil sport.
Right, well, I think that's all this message contains. A nasty prank. I say we continue on.
Indeed. No point staying in the cold.
Mm-hmm.
And Xana Stars will continue onwards.
As you continue to really see anything else, just the snow seems to be the one thing you did notice when you stepped off from between the little stakes. The snow was up to your ankle rather than just covering the bottom of your shoes. It was quite thick.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, if that is all, I will shift you up further. Are you still copied? Are you? Perfect. I thought it might not have remembered that since I did some things. Alright, the incline's getting steeper now as you climb up the mountain. It's getting more rocky and mountainy, because that's a description, more mountainy.
Mm-hmm. Sure is.
A lot of like evergreen style trees. That there's a couple of ones that you can see haven't survived the cold, but mostly it's evergreens that are growing just fine up here. It's your passive. Okay.
I'm going to be sniffing about with my trunk to
Mhm.
see if I can smell anything coming at us.
That's an interesting one actually, which might yeah, that might come in useful. Okay. Once you get around here, Talon, you will notice a distinct smell of you probably would know it. The distinct smell of a giant, I would say, because I'm assuming they don't smell that great. And Thexan, you will see huge footprints here, about 2 feet long. Looks humanoid, but very big.
Seems we are in giant country then.
Definitely. I can smell him from downwind. Or upwind, I should say.
Well, I'd hate to be the one who makes this crass joke, but let's hope he doesn't break wind.
I hope not, because That will smell.
Yes. Well, let's keep our wits about us. Giants are notable for being in foul moods most of the time. And Texanosaurus will simply continue onward.
As you step there, you will see a very poorly hidden tripwire. Let me switch its layer. Like you can see the wire is off the ground, and it looks like whoever put it there tried to put leaves on it, and they've just fell underneath the tripwire.
Okay, everyone, please stand back while I cut this wire. Bit back further, young Elcar. And Tixanastras will try to cut the wire with his sword.
Alright, as you slash it, nothing happens in your area as you cut through the rope, but a stone just kind of slams down over here. And then you just hear...
Over where?
Over... Am I on the wrong layer? Yes, I'm still on the other layer. Over here. Very actually harmlessly out of the way. But it does make a noise. And then all of a sudden you hear... Aha! I've got you, little man, now! And you can kind of hear the rumbling of something heading towards you.
Does it look kind of like a boomer from Left 4 Dead?
Can I try and hide behind the tree next to me here?
You sure? Go ahead and make a stealth. Alright.
Yeah, Elka's gonna try to do the same thing.
Okay.
Kind of a different trait. Stealth check?
Yes, please. Alright. As he gets to about here, he looks and goes, "Wait, you're not the small man."
No, I'm afraid not. So if you would kindly let us pass, then you can continue your search for small man.
Maybe he with you.
I can assure you there are no men in our party. There's Dragonborn, Loxodon, Ganassi, and Kobolds, but no men.
He was, from the rock people.
Well, there's no rock people in our group. Would I know what he means by rock people?
You could take a wild guess that he, from the small and rock people, he's either referring to gnomes or dwarfs.
Yeah, Elkar also grew up in a mine, so...
He looks and goes, "No, you no pass till I find small person."
Why do you need to find this small person?
Well, he helped Krug, and then he say, "Let's play hide and seek," and because I won't ever be seen, and Krug doesn't believe him, so he says, "Okay," and he disappeared, because some kind of clouds came, the weather changed, and I couldn't see.
Now that you mention it, I have seen one of those little ones, but they were being carried off by two trolls who intended to eat them. But that was further down the mountain.
Trolls eating little friend? No! Which way?
And Texana Stars will point down the slope they came. Just follow it all the way down until there's no snow anymore, and they should be bickering about something there.
He immediately starts running towards you as if to go past you, but his size is going to knock you if you don't move.
He will move out of the way.
Alright. And he is at full pelt running, so he seems quite intent on getting there. Friend, give me wine and help! No! Well, that's 2 fights you avoided tonight.
We keep avoiding your combat encounters, don't we?
Let's see how long we can keep the streak going.
We go for 3. Let's go for 3.
Not to brag, but in my Friday group, we kept talking our way out of encounters for 3 sessions in a row.
Nice.
Into
More combat
one.
for the rest of the campaign. We don't fight anyone for the big bad guy.
Until one player got fed up with it and started picking a fight, but by then we were all okay with it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's like, alright, we're done being nice.
Time to swing the sword for a little bit. God damn.
I have all these combat stats, but I can't use any of them.
Well, he was a fighter, so yes, that was kind of the case. Well,
I'm a fighter, not a lover. That's the bard's job.
Mm-hmm. As much as I would love those 3 lunkheads see slug it out, I think we have better things to do, people. Let's move on.
Just so that the group knows, I will be rolling that fight out.
Let us know who wins.
Yes, well, you may even meet the winners of the fight, or winner, depending on who wins. But I will be rolling, I will be doing combat with them. Alright. As you get here, you hear like an eagle screech. And if any of you look up, you will notice that quite high up, there's something flying above your head.
It's 1:30 AO.
Is it a bird I recognise? What type of bird?
It doesn't look like any standard bird. It seems to have a 4-legged body, but that's pretty much all you can make out from the distance and height it is.
Probably best stick to the edges of the trees just in case. I don't like the look of that thing.
Do you have any inclination what it might be, Master Tauren?
From this distance, hard to say, but anything that flies with 4 legs is usually dangerous.
I shall defer to your expertise in these matters. Thexanastos will move closer to the trees and continue onward.
Mm-hmm. Alright, let's put you over here. And it might help if I dragged you over here as well so that you could see. It's starting to get a lot more rocky up here now as you're climbing up the mountain. You can see a lot of rocks, and it looks like these parts here have been heavily worn down in like a all the way up to here. From where you're standing, yeah.
Is that like a hut right here?
I was going to ask that as well.
No, this is a giant stone slab. And this is like a for yourselves. It's that you would have to probably pull yourself up onto it, but it looks like a huge bench.
This is probably where the giant was sitting.
Seems to make sense. Looks about the right size for it.
Indeed. Well, unfortunately, there's little trees for cover this way. Let's hope that creature doesn't like the look of us.
Hopefully so.
Where's my thing? Give me Bobby buttons. As you get about there, you can kind of hear some shuffling back here. It's quite.
I think you're pinging on the wrong layer
I
again.
am pinging on the wrong layer again.
Do we all hear this?
Give me perception checks. Let's see if you all do hear it.
You know, of course, Big Ears manages to hear it. Toby agrees with me, apparently.
Well, not only does the big ears man do, but so does one of the sisters.
Yeah, Liza did.
Yeah, so everybody, so Talon and Eliza definitely hear it. The others, you thought you heard something, but maybe it was the wind.
Texanastras will conclude that he was distracted by the rattling of his own armor.
Chattering of Valgar's teeth.
Or that. Well, there's no point sticking around here. Let's move on.
Just be careful. I think that is actually something rustling around up there.
Well, I've managed to talk a way out of 2 fights today. Let's see if we can go for 3.
You do have quite a way with words.
I try.
As you get closer, you can hear kind of. Actually, would they be? Hang on, let me see. Come on, Roll20, load for me. Yeah, okay. Kind of gives the game away, but does anyone speak Goblin?
Nope.
Alright. You hear some language you don't understand, kind of hushed whispering. Coming from over here. I'm on the wrong layer again. Shh.
And that's the only way up the mountain?
Yes.
Well, it seems they intend to block our way, whatever they are. You may as well confront them. And Texanastras will boldly stride over here.
Alright. They just look up and go, "Ah! Whoa, we don't want to fight. We hear this to trick the big guy."
Well, if you don't want to fight, then that's fine with me. To be fair, in your search, the giant search to find you, I pointed him at 2 trolls.
Ah, that's why he's not here.
Yes, I told him that he was trying to eat one of you. Well, the trolls were, at least.
Huh. Well, he just looks down at, they seem to have like pebbles and different things. It looks like they've been throwing them and basically making the giant run around, thinking he can see and find them. And they seem to be having a lot of fun with it.
Well, if those trolls manage to beat the giant, they're possibly just as stupid, so you might have to have enough fun poking fun at them too.
Oh, good idea. They will kind of just move to the side of the bushes so that you can get past.
The Xanastras will do so.
As you get there, they'll say, "Oh, look out for loose things on the floor. It makes things shoot out. Dangerous."
Right. Not quite sure what you're getting at, but
Well, we
I'll be
stepped on
careful.
something, and some things flew out at us. Nearly stabbed us.
it seems like the Silver Gauntlet is up to tricks again. Then they've been leaving traps further down the mountain as well.
Oh, yeah. Don't read their words. They go boom.
Yes, we've noticed.
Alright, I will move you along again. To the one I was looking forward to us getting to. For no reason at all. I mean, what?
Surely not a big fight that... Oh dear God.
As you arrive here, you can see it's quite icy here. There are some cracks in the ice and a lot of mushrooms and fungus. And straight up
Maybe
ahead,
not a giant snake.
I guess, unmissable is a big two-headed snake. But you can distinctly see that it appears to be frozen. It's like an ice sculpture.
Well, if this thing is frozen, then I won't be needing to talk our way out of this thing, but if it weren't, I fear I might not have been able to, as snakes aren't known for their understanding of language. Master Tolran, you're knowledgeable of nature. Have you ever seen a creature like this?
That's a fair question. Has Talon ever seen a creature like this?
Give me a nature check. Let's see. Yes, you have. It's a highly poisonous snake that tends to. It doesn't feed off of meat. It tends to feed off of mushrooms. Hence the amount of mushrooms around here. But if it's confronted or attacked, it is very deadly.
I've seen one of these before, but not quite this size. Extremely venomous, but shouldn't attack us as long as we stay away from it and its mushrooms.
Is it blocking our path, Slayer?
You can go up here or around the sides, but it looks pretty slippery, so it would be a careful trip around it.
That puts us in a difficult position. While it may look frozen, it might not be. It's in our way. The ground here seems treacherous.
It does. And that thing worries me.
I need you to
Yes.
quick.
Do any of these mushrooms have any medicinal or potion effects? that Talon would be interested in?
Give me a survival. See if you can tell the difference between them. These ones here would be good. You could make an anti-venom potion out of them. So like a poison. If someone was poisoned or something, they would be a good cure for that. These bigger ones, are the ones that the snake enjoys, and these are the highly poisonous ones to other creatures that isn't it.
Talon will point out the extremely dangerous ones and say, don't touch those, but these should make a good antitoxin when I've got some time to work with it. And I'll gather up some of the smaller ones.
Alright. Let me put the thingy in chat for you.
I'm back.
Were you going to say something there, Endor? Sorry, I missed that.
No, I just got into the bathroom. Sorry.
Alright, what is your plan of action after Talon has collected the mushrooms?
So by don't touch the mushrooms, do you mean like don't touch them or don't eat them? So like, if you touch them, will they poison you?
With how toxic they are, I wouldn't recommend touching them.
I mean, it could be useful, right?
I mean, you can try, but I'd definitely recommend some good gloves or something to protect your hands.
I mean, I wouldn't call them good. I'm wearing gloves, but they're not really that good. got a few holes.
Yeah, just listen and don't touch them.
Oh, that's fine, I suppose.
We could try shuffling around this snake. Go up onto the sides, probably away from the cracked ground on this side.
Very well, I shall test the ground for you, and I think Sanastras will try to approach them carefully and try to saddle alongside them.
As you step here, is anybody else with you over here?
We're all just watching.
Not currently.
Alright. As you step there, it makes a cracking sound, as if your weight has had some impact, but nothing that you're concerned it's going to break just yet.
I see. Well, it seems the ice here is very unstable. I don't recommend any of you walking on it with more than one person at a time. Master Talron, I hate to say it, but it might even be too frail for one of your stature.
It's okay, I understand. I'm not exactly thin.
And Thixanastras will gingerly continue onward.
Alright. As you get there, you notice that at the bottom of the snake, there is some writing. It is in common, and it reads, "Let this be a warning to all that it doesn't matter what god you believe in, I have the power here."
And that's on the snake.
Yes, it's been like chiseled into the bottom part of the snake's tail on this part here.
It seems someone has chiseled a warning into the body of this snake.
That's gotta hurt.
Only as much as a tattoo, surely.
I fear that this snake isn't conscious enough at the time to feel such pain. However, it is a warning that no matter what gods you worship, someone else holds sway here. We've been on our toes all day. I suppose a few more hours couldn't hurt. And he will gingerly continue onwards.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can cross behind the snake with ease. As you walk around the snake, you can see that it would appear that it's kind of encased in ice, in case I didn't give a good description of it before, rather than it being a statue as a made out of ice statue. It seems like it's been frozen.
Right.
But yeah, other than that, you make it across to here with no issues.
Mm-hmm.
Alika's gonna go next after him.
Mm-hmm. Same for you, Alikar, as long as nobody else joins you. Yeah, that's fine. Let me
I'll
check
go
on.
next then.
Why won't that scroll? Why is it not scrolling down? Scroll! Let me scroll down. Thank you. Oh, it doesn't let me see it. Okay, never mind. Again, same thing. You can. There we go. There we go. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, you can make it across with no issues either. Alright. Are you going this way or this way?
Over the ice.
Okay. As soon as you step on the ice, it just shatters. And make me make me a dex save, please. You surprisingly weigh nearly double any of your party members you're carrying weight currently.
Oh, you had to have scale armor, didn't you?
I'm wearing chain and it's heavier than scale.
You slip forward and kind of land on one of the parts that haven't been trodden on yet, and that doesn't seem to break. So it would seem that you need to kind of step where they haven't been, because the weight of them going across and then your weight going back on those parts is causing the issue.
Tell you what I want to do.
So as long as you do that, you will also then make it across fine.
Question: all six, like donkey and cart, aren't going to make it across here, are they?
That was also a good question, actually. No, they're not. I didn't think this through because I thought I forgot that John wasn't here when I put this together. I expected John to be here when I put this in.
I've got a plan
Okay.
way around it.
Okay.
But it's probably going to strain Tyrone a bit.
Okay.
I'll head over to Warsick
Mhm.
and just be like, if you can, get everything on my back once I've transformed, and I'll try and get you across there safely. And he will turn into a giant spider.
Alright. And are you going across the ice, or are you going up the other way?
I'm going to go up the other way and sort of climb along the wall to avoid getting A, too close to the snake, or B, touching any of the cracked ice.
Mm-hmm. Alright.
And hopefully deliver the other two across. Well, Warsick in his cart.
Movement restrictions caused by a webbing. There's no... You don't get any bonuses on any other terrain, do you? To any web?
Well, I have spider climb, so the spider can climb difficult surfaces, including upside down on ceilings, without
Right.
needing to make an ability check.
Okay, so you would be climbing along this wall, I would assume, then.
Yeah.
I would still like a strength check to see if the weight of the stuff pulls you down. Give me a minute. You're good. Yeah, you get them across fine. Yeah, all is well.
Yay, nobody died. Well, Elias almost died, but fine.
Alright, let me move you across. As you're starting to come around to the other side of the mountain now, your descent down the mountain is now beginning. You can see that the rockiness is starting to disappear a little bit, and it's becoming more foresty again.
Mm-hmm.
As you approach here, you can see that it's a river that has frozen over. An entire tree seems to have been uprooted and fallen into the river before it froze over. As you can see, the leaves and the everything of the tree is actually frozen underneath the river.
Mm-hmm.
There are little rocks sticking out that you might be able to step on to get across. Depending on how jumpy you are.
Thank you very much.
Depending on how Mario you are.
Well, we have the mushrooms.
Texanastras will stand at the edge of the river and says, I have a good idea how I might get across, but that will be detrimental to the integrity of the ice, so I recommend everyone else get across first.
How big is the spider?
Big. It's a giant spider.
I mean, we can just ride the spider across the river.
I don't have a swim speed. Keep that in mind if the ice breaks.
You are big, though. You know?
Yeah, big
You'll
and
probably be-
possibly
you'll
quite
probably be
heavy.
Yeah, but you'll also probably be able to reach the bottom of the river with just your legs.
You said there was rocks sticking out of the ice, right?
Yes.
Can I try and jump from one to the other to get to the other side?
Mm-hmm.
How about that tree on the side of the river?
This one here.
You got the wrong way again. This one.
Alright. You can see that you would need to step on some of the ice, but once you are halfway across, you could use it to not be on the ice anymore.
Elko's gonna try that.
Alright, give me a acrobatics check to get there. Yep. You manage to kind of skate your way across, and you reach the tree trunk just fine.
Do I need to make a check or?
Yes, the same for you. An acrobatics check, please.
Okay. Is there a second one?
Yeah, 17. You managed to hop across the rocks with a fair amount of ease.
I'm gonna use my levitate to go.
Okay, yeah, that works.
We all walk across it. I'm just gonna fly over. Think about it. Doesn't Dexon have wings since he's a dragonborn?
No.
Oh.
Dragonborn do not have wings.
I thought they did.
Nope. No, it's a draconic sorcerer feat of level 14 or something to grow wings.
Ah.
You would think someone with a direct descendancy to dragons would have the wings.
You might think that, but no.
I mean, essentially, Texan is just a big kobold. That our Elkar is a small dragonborn.
Oh god.
Master Tolerant, if you would be so kind as to get all 6 cart across.
He'll sort of wave his pincers and click and get Orsic and the cart back up on his back again and try going via the tree. It's like the safest spot for him.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna say, because you wouldn't be climbing on anything there, I'm gonna ask for a dex save to go in acrobatics to get to the tree, please. You kind of end up sliding over here, but still make it to the tree. But you kind of just start off here and then just kind of slide your way across to here, and then climb up from there.
Yeah.
Okay, seeing that everyone's over, Thixanastras will pull 2 javelins out of his pack, point them with the pointy bits downward, and use them as Nordic walking sticks to walk across.
Oh, interesting. I like that.
So basically jamming one in, pulling himself up, jamming the other one an arm length forward.
Right. You can see the ice cracking up as you do that, but you're moving at a fairly decent pace. But once you reach the other side, you can see that it does start to crack, and you can actually see the water in some places underneath now.
And this is why I propose to go last. I don't think anyone could have walked across after this.
I don't have a map in between this and that, so they are going to appear here, but they are a little further ahead. As you kind of push your way forward there, 4 guards just say, "Halt! Where are you going?"
What's the town's name again?
Provinport.
We are heading to Provenport.
And what business do you have there?
We have been sent to investigate the murders that have been going on there.
Murders. There's no murders there. It's just full of people that smoke things, herbs and such like. It makes them delusional.
Either way, we are sent to investigate the goings-on.
We've been told to
Yeah.
stop anybody passing because there's a missing boy in the mountains. You can see that these are not from the Order. They are not wearing the same armor or crest on their armor.
Well, if it's any consolence to you, we have not come across a boy. Unless that boy is at least 12 feet tall and weighs several tons in flab.
So you've met the giant then, I see.
Yes.
Well, we've been told to not let anybody through until the boy is found.
What kind of boy are we looking for?
Well, we've been told he's, let's see. What was the description? He turns to one of the others. Short, cloak. Apparently he can cast spells. About mid-teens. And the other one turns and goes, was he human? I think he said he was human. Yeah, that's right, human.
And what is your business with this boy?
Well, we're helping the Order keep the land safe. The Order are out in the mountains searching for him.
You don't much look like guards of the Order.
No, but we are guards of the land, and we serve the king, and the king is the one who upholds what the Order do. So, in a roundabout way, we are part of the whole thing.
Apparently Endor is trying to say stuff and we can't hear him.
Oh,
He just gave me a direct message for some reason.
Disconnect, reconnect, and oh,
Alright, can anyone hear me?
yep.
Yes, we can hear you now.
Okay, it's just like you just kind of trailed off. Like I heard like oh, so you met, and just silence.
That's probably your connection then. Everything
Yeah,
was
Discord
smooth here.
really finicky sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
So what I
It
missed?
sure is. We've been held up by a few people.
I know that like I heard that they mentioned like so you met, and it's like then it just kind of trailed off. So I missed everything after that.
Okay, they're supposedly looking for a boy. Their description matches the boy that we helped last session. But these don't look like actual guards. So I was going there. Well, if you are guards, then you have a badge of your station.
Indeed.
As a knight, I demand you show that to me.
He does, in fact, show you, and you can see that it is the badge of the King's Guards.
Can I insight that it's not a forgery?
Yes, you can.
I'm not good at it, but 14 is not bad.
It seems legitimate to you. The only way you can think of that it might not be is they've gone to the trouble to kill a guard and dress up as them and steal the badge, because as far as you're concerned, it looks genuine. You see, there's two. We are the guards. We are the King's Guards, and then there's the Order. The Order of the Arcane Balance. They're the ones who look after the wizards, and we just kind of support them in that, since it's the King's orders.
Right. I'm trying to think of a way out of here.
He looks at everybody else and goes, so I suggest you go back the way you came, set up camp somewhere until he's found. Or, of course, if you find him and bring him to us, there also may be a reward in that.
Or we could set up camp right here.
Yes, by all means.
But it's cold. Can't we just go?
No, these King's guards should not let us pass until the boy's found. However, I have no inclination to go seeking said boy.
Alright then. Let's get the stuff out again.
Talon will actually step forward,
Mm-hmm.
look the four of them up and down, and go, "Do you know who you're addressing?"
Some druid, I suppose. Since I'm
Try
assuming he would have...
Baron Talron of Avonlore. I'm sure my parents would be very disappointed if they heard we were held up. He'll flash his signet ring and pull out the scroll, heavily to show them.
Oh! Well, why didn't you say so? Of course. We were just following orders, sir.
They only let Tal run through, and the rest of us have to make it.
Shh, don't give him ideas.
Well, a bit of respect is nice. Thank you, gentlemen, and we will be moving on.
Yes, of course. Yeah, they won't stand in the way of that one. All right. I didn't put X's on them, but it'll work. It's fine.
And that is 3 fights we had talked our way out of.
Actually, that one
Potential
wasn't.
fight.
Yeah, that one wasn't an intentional fight. That one was open for either the other two. I don't remember how many it's been now. I've lost track. The giant and the trolls were definitely meant to be a fight. That one was open to go either way. I will now move you across to here. Wait, I did move you across to here. Never mind. Jumped ahead of myself there. As you arrive here, in the corner, you can see what looks like just a pile of rubble, bits of roof, bits of stone, and a load of dead sheep, all ripped in half. So all of these sheep are in 2 halves.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't like sheep around here.
Oh, what do you think? Charles and I pirate.
Given that both halves are still lying around, a maniac with a cleaver,
I like that.
any animal would surely eat them, or at least part of them. These simply seem to be sheared in half.
Surely if they were sheared, they wouldn't have their coats.
Yeah, it was.
It was a
Put
Toby
on the-
joke.
It was nearing dad levels.
It was.
So you don't have any progeny walking around, Toby?
I hope not. Because if I do, I don't know about them.
By the way, the killing of these sheep seems quite senseless. I'm sure that Lord Norris Brohos would agree with me that animals would actually eat their kill. Oh, by the way, since Texanastras now knows you're a noble, he will insist by calling you by your title.
Oh dear.
God damn it.
Oh dear.
Mutton, anyone?
Well, I suppose letting it go to waste would be a sin.
Probably. If we inspect them, can we tell what of them? What sort of injury? Like, obviously they're cut in half, but does it look like a giant sword, or like have they been pulled apart? Or
Give me a nature and a survival. No, nature and medicine. Sorry. Talon the sheep. But no. You can see. It's hard to tell from that what actually happened to split them in half. You're kind of looking, but can't really make things out of what split them in half. Maybe it's just the fact that you're distraught that there's split sheep here, but you don't seem to be able to tell.
Can I try?
Mm-hmm. And a medicine then as well to see if you can. You're not too sure what the creature was that did this, but they have been ripped apart. Just literally torn into.
Okay, I'll tell them it looks like they've been ripped apart by someone.
whatever it is would have to be extremely strong to do that.
Well, we did come across a giant.
True.
Either way, standing here will gain us nothing, but I was partial to Merly's suggestion to
Free food?
I was going to say add to our supplies with these unfortunate sheep, but yes, essentially.
Free food!
Talon, as you get there, you can see in the distance that very familiar giant footprints leading away.
Interesting. So the giant was here, but why would he leave them?
Does Talon say that out loud?
Yes.
Well, as you've noticed, my lord, that giant was particularly stupid. He might be distracted by something shiny.
Potentially. And Thexan, please drop the formalities. It's a title. I really don't like it.
Yeah, stop annoying Lord Big Ears, alright?
If you insist.
Oh.
So yeah, whoever is butchering the sheep, Texanastras will assist.
All right. That one will be a survival check. Are you doing it, Mel?
Can do, I suppose. I mean, I guess I was the first one to go over, so I suppose I would have started.
Okay. Then you can roll survival with advantage to see how much you get from. Nice. Okay. I will work out weight, and I will drop it in Discord after session because I wasn't ready for that. I'll just be completely open and honest that one. So I haven't got anything ready, but I will take note of the dice roll, and you will have mutton on your person for next session.
Yeah, the 5 is definitely Murtley. She has no idea what she's doing. And I'll press to digitate any blood off me because I'm wearing white. It will stain.
All right. I like your priorities.
Food and not being covered in blood are, I think, reasonable priorities.
So if I was quiet, the push to talk wasn't working because yet again, Discord was being done.
Okay. Alright. Do you guys push on after you collected the meat? Do you head towards the footprints? Do you just continue on your way? Do you take a look at the pile of rubble up the top?
Wait, there's a pile of rubble? Oh, those two piles.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, I don't know if I made that clear. I think I said it when you came in, but maybe I kind of pulled away from it too quickly. But it looks like it's a big building that's smashed there with parts of the roof and the stone all smashed up.
Okay, well, if that's the case, then Texanastras would investigate that after they were done looting the sheep.
As you approach it, you can see that there's sticking out of some parts of the rubble. There's bags of like corn, things like that.
This seems to be been. This seems to have been a storage shed. Would someone care to assist me digging out to see if there's any victims here that deserve a proper burial?
I'll go and help.
Alright. Well, if there's 3 of you helping, I won't take a check on that. You dig through and find out that there's a lot of bags and things like that. And then as you get to the very back pile here, there is indeed a person that was crushed. Anybody that's taken note of the body, give me a intelligence check.
Okay.
The other 2, Talon, you know something different, but the other 2, guess he just got caught out as the thing caved in. Talon, you will know from his location, it would appear that he was, with the way that the boxes and things that are smashed near him as well, he was carrying away from something. He was trying to hide, and whatever it was that was here just demolished the entire building.
Here, this man caught off guard, probably by the giant, I'd assume, given the damage. Hit him here, and the giant dropped the building on him.
I'd say that's a fair assumption.
Not a pleasant way to go.
No, there won't be any songs sung about this way of going. Unless they're limericks. Would someone give me a hand to dig this poor fellow a grave? And perhaps a
Okay.
shovel I could borrow?
Sure, no. But my wolf form is pretty good at digging.
If you have a giant badger form, it would be even better, but that would be metagaming.
I don't have giant badger actually.
Either way, Texanastras will spend some time with whoever's helping him to dig this man a grave.
And I'll take a lie down here.
Where are you putting the grave?
I'd say here, next to the two piles of rubble.
Alright. Just so that I can mark it for future reference.
Are there any bits of wood that we can use for a grave marker?
Oh yes, yeah. You can see if I don't draw instead of clicking, you can see over here that there are some broken boxes and things like that the rubble has smashed down, and there's the timber from the things that hold the roof up, the timber, whatever that's called.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The beams.
That's that's the one. Yeah.
Yeah, so as the man is, Texanastras lays the man in the grave, he will say a short prayer commending the dead to the earth, and then start filling up the grave again.
Alright. Alright, sounds good. I shall make a note of that. As this is all taking place, you can see that evening is starting to close in on you, so it may be time to shortly look for somewhere to stop for the night.
Mm-hmm. How far are we along with
Map-wise.
filling the grave up, I would say?
Oh, okay. Three of you. All four of you helping, or was it just the three of you?
I'll be helping them.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah,
helping.
Tal would be helping as well.
Alright, so there's four of you. I would say by now you're about halfway, and I'd say you'd know that it was another maybe 10-15 minutes before you're done with the four of you going at it.
Mm-hmm. Texanastras will turn to Talron, Elkar, and Eliza and say, I shall finish this by myself. I think it's best if the three of you go looking for a proper campsite.
Alright, seems like a good
Can
idea.
I do a check for a campsite?
Check for a camp. Did you say sorry?
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Can I do that?
Yeah.
Perception, right?
For finding it, it will be survival.
Mary will stay and make sure Pexan does a good job.
I'm assuming the other two are looking as well.
Yep, we'd be assisting Elkar.
Alright.
Endor, are you a scout or not?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, then you should have expertise on survival.
It is check marked.
That's just proficiency. You can add expertise. I think is double your proficiency, so it should be another 2 onto that.
Mm-hmm.
So that should be a 19.
19. If you go to the cog next to your spell tabs, and go to scroll down, you can see all your skills. Just change normal into expertise for survival and nature in your case.
Oh, it is already expertise.
And how come you get a proficiency bonus of 3?
Oh, because it's half expertise is half your proficiency, isn't it? Until
No, it's double.
Is it double?
Yes.
I also have a -1 to wisdom. So
That's why.
That's
-1 to
why.
wisdom.
Ah, okay.
Yes.
So he's getting a +4, but -1.
Right.
is the
Right. Okay.
I don't know what I was thinking of it being half. Is that something else I was thinking of? Probably.
It's jack of all trades. I think you get
That's-
half a proficiency bonus to skills you're not proficient in.
That's the one I was thinking of. Yep. That's exactly the one I was thinking of.
Okay, yeah, that explains it, because expertise would give you an even number, unless indeed you have a -1 to something.
Mm-hmm. So the 17 is... but you can roll with advantage because you have 2 other people helping you.
alright, so I'll just... should I roll again?
Yeah, just roll again for this instance because, yeah, I didn't call advantage before you rolled your first one, so just roll another straight roll. And we'll take the... So 6 or 17, so the 17. You find a fairly good spot. If I can find my map, it's a good spot. If I can't, it's a pretty bad spot. Where's my map? Where's my map? Is it this one? No. Did I not put it up here? That's the one that you were at the other day. Where's my bottom of the mountain camp?
You know, we've just set up camp next to the snake. Good place, right?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Oh.
You
Just
just...
right under the snake for shelter from the elements, just right under there.
It, you know, it wouldn't get sunny and melt the snake during the night at all, even though the sun doesn't come out at night.
Start melting the snake.
Or
No.
that. That's better than me coming up with the sun coming out at night.
I think I would be more concerned about that than the actual snake, honestly.
Yeah. I thought you guys having a really bad evening.
Well, the panda just has a really bad hangover.
I don't think Roll20 liked my map and it's gone onto a weird... Where the hell is my map? I distinctly remember putting it here. Alright. Give me a minute, because Roll20 apparently didn't upload the map even though I put it there. And I distinctly remember putting it there. It's not even there either. What the hell? Give me 2 seconds to grab it from a file and try and upload it again, even though I did this earlier, you damn thing. You can all keep plotting about 2 suns while I do this, thank you. No, it's not there. Okay, never mind. Alright, well, for now, because I don't know what's going on with Roll20 and why it won't let that one upload. Maybe it doesn't like it or it's too big. Or I've got too many files on, maybe? But I don't think it's the latter one. Oh, it's just me being blind. It's right here. Oh my god. It was right here. All the time. Fuck.
Why is there blood in the center of the camp?
Say that again, sorry?
Like blood like right in the middle.
Yeah. So this camp, even though it seems like it's pretty secluded, pretty well hidden, things would have a pretty hard time sneaking up on you. It does look like this has been used and or attacked. As you can see in the middle, there's a lot of blood and stuff there. And if you were to look over here, you can see it looks like the people who were here had their horses killed by whatever it was.
You sure about this place, Alcar?
Go.
Well, we can't.
I'm sure that if we set up our night's watch as usual, we shall be fine.
Indeed. And we don't want to spend all the evening looking for another campsite.
No.
Talon, are you standing where you're standing?
Yes.
Okay. You will see that these horses too are in the same state as the sheep.
What about this deer?
Same again. Yes, it looks like the deer was caught off guard by whatever it was leaving, and again it's completely ripped in half.
Well, either the giant is very opposed to animals, or we may have to consider that this is something else is doing.
Very well could be. Giants aren't known for just killing things for no reason. It's usually for food or to gain something from it.
Having a bad day.
Well, after they've set up camp, the Xanastars will be going through his daily exercises and sword drill, so he will stand away a bit off to the side and go through his routines.
Mm-hmm.
Talon will go herb hunting as he is wont to do.
Alright. Give me that survival check for see what you find. You find quite a few different herbs. Some that you're actually, not that you don't know them, but you would need to look into what they go with. Like you know that they could mix into something, but you're not sure how you can use them or what just yet. So mysterious herbs.
Spooky.
So does Talon get back after he's finished that? Well, I can presume he comes back after he's got the herbs.
Yeah.
She'll go up to him and say, "Oh, yeah, I meant to ask this earlier. How are you a baron exactly?
Probably
how did that?
bloodline.
Like, you just. I thought you were a druid. Not a lot of barons go and be druids, in my experience."
Well, I didn't earn the title. I was born into it. My family are Lord and Lady Nolros Brohos of Avonmore.
I might have heard of that and then completely forgotten it after hearing such a long name.
My family and I, we get along, but I'm only allowed to keep my title I have no real power that goes with it. That was a bit of a bluff to get past those guards, to be honest.
Oh, actually, have I heard of them? Because I might have now think about it. Have I heard of his family before?
Give me a history check. Yes, but not connected with your secret.
Okay. And I'll go sit myself down wherever we are putting fire. Zoom.
Let me pull up that ready. Is anybody else doing anything else before we move into watches?
Yes, I will be going to the bathroom real quick.
Alright.
I've just realised that my background and backstory isn't on my Roll20 sheet. It's just in our DMs on Discord, so I'm just trying to find it now to copy it over.
Okay.
Oh, and in the meantime, Merle will be sitting there trying to write a song about a roof falling on someone's head just to prove facts and wrong, but there won't be any songs about that.
Roll me give me a loot check. See how good the song is.
Performance?
No, like actually using your loot.
What would I roll that with?
Trying to come up with a new song about for someone falling on a house. I'm gonna say, I guess it's charisma because it's putting words together and such like. I was gonna say intelligence, but that doesn't seem right. So yeah, go charisma. It's a pretty decent song about some house falling on someone.
Perfect.
How you wish to word that will be left entirely up to you.
Jesus, we talk way too much.
I just tried to look for it myself and I was like, holy fucking shit.
Stop being such good friends, you guys. Stop it. It's inconvenient.
It doesn't feel like we talk that much though.
No, but when we do talk, we go at it for like 6 hours.
Yeah.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
I proved you wrong. I wrote a song about a roof falling on someone's head and them dying.
Okay. Is the limerick?
Is there what?
Is it a limerick?
I'm not sure what that is. Okay, Hawk told me what it is. Short.
Humorous, frequently embodied verse of 3 long and 2 short lines rhyming. AABBA, popularized by Edward Lee.
Yeah, it's one of them.
I was just about to pronounce it ABBA, but that's completely different thing. Like,
Toby, did you not post it in the actual Monday chat?
I may have done actually.
I know you did post a backstory in that because it had all your family's names in it and stuff.
Time to scroll up in a different chat.
While Talon is having amnesia, shall we take the watches?
Probably a good idea.
There you go. It's pinned.
Thank you.
All good. Alright. Same watches as before, I would assume.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Thexanostas will gather some extra firewood so he can breathe up the fire during his watch again.
Alright. It is Merly
I
first.
just found a limerick being explained in a limerick. That's kind of cool.
It's not pronounced limerick. Anyway, Slayer, just
Pronounce the wrong
for
word.
your information, I can go for about half an hour, and after that I have to go to bed because I have an early shift tomorrow.
This is where we were going to call it once everyone's done their watch, so that's fine.
Okay, thank you.
No problem.
Watch next week.
Say that again, sorry, Endo, I missed that.
We can do the watches next week.
Yeah,
Right.
or that, if everyone wants to, either or.
Again, I still have half an hour, so we can do them today.
Okay. That's an 18. Alright, so you don't really notice anything unusual. Nothing seems to be happening. All is quiet. Too quiet.
Alright, I'll wake the next one up.
Which is Talon.
I think so.
Yep, I think so.
Lord Big Ears. Your turn.
I'm back.
I'm not a
It's
lord.
different from a lord.
I like how that's the bit you don't like.
He's right. He isn't a lord. He's a baron. They're different. One's like higher or lower than the other.
Yeah, Lord is my father, who is much higher up than me.
No, he'd also be a baron.
Yeah, it's my lord is still the proper way to address a baron.
Mm-hmm.
God damn it. Yep. You don't
But you
need to
didn't
address
say
me
my
like
lord.
that.
Said lord.
Alright. Talon, you can, now that everything seems to have, you've had a moment to kind of take in everything that was here, and you're just kind of sitting there with not much else to do, you can, I suppose it would, how long has it been there? Let me see. You can distinctly smell dead giant on the wind.
Interesting. Is it close or far away? Like, just like a brief whiff of the smell, or does it smell like it's really close by?
It smells like it's a fair distance away. It's kind of like what was that? Oh, okay. And then you kind of pick it up after you've taken a note to it.
Alright.
But other than that, your watch passes without anything going on.
Alright, and I think Saxon's next.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, during his watch, Texanostratus will again pile up the wood real high and then breathe fire out to set it on fire.
Mm-hmm.
And then roll a perception.
Same as last time, you seem to have burnt the fire up pretty well and it's got a nasty glare to it now. So you don't really, the shadows keep kind of distracting you and you keep looking over and thinking, was that something moving in the shadows? And then you realise, nope, it's just the kind of flicker of the lights.
Mm-hmm.
Jackson, you gotta stop doing that.
Yeah, during his watch he will run a whetstone along his sword to sharpen it.
Mm-hmm.
As if he's had really any chance to dull it since we started.
No, but he does so out of habit more than anything.
Fair enough.
And after my watch I wake up Eliza.
Mm-hmm. Eliza, as you look around, you don't really notice much. Nothing unusual. Kind of just a standard watch, really.
Is there anyone after me?
Yes, Alcar.
Okay, I'll go.
Alright. If you give me that perception check, Alcar. For your watch.
Hmm?
Your perception check for your watch, please.
Oh, sorry. My dad called and was like, alright.
That's all good. Ooh. Okay. As you take watch, about halfway through your watch, something scurries past you at an extremely fast rate, darting in and out of the shadows that it can find along the way.
Sorry, what?
Go on.
No, you can finish.
You kind of catch a glimpse of it, but it is moving at a very fast pace.
Alcar can go and wake up Texan.
Yes, what is it?
Alcar saw something.
Thaxton gets out of his bedroll. Right, very well. Where is it?
Alcar lost it.
Is it still here?
Alcar doesn't know. It was moving fast.
Was it big enough to be a threat to the camp?
Alcar didn't get a good look.
You would have seen roughly that it was you could have stomped on it if you'd have tried to. It wasn't overly big.
kind of explaining it to him.
Well, if it's small enough for you to kill it by stepping on it, I don't think it's going to be a threat. I think you can handle this one by yourself, young Elka. And he rolls back down into his bedroll.
Oh, he just kind of goes back to where he was sitting.
Alright. For the rest of your watch, it doesn't seem like it returns or it's still here and you don't know about it, but it makes no obvious signs. And your rest of your watch goes without anything happening. And on that note is where we shall wrap up for tonight.
Okay.
I know I fed you a lot of different bits and pieces, but that was in there just for you to kind of piece together so that we didn't push too far without Gem, but you still had something kind of to investigate at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, hopefully you all enjoyed again. Thank you all for being here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yep.
Let's see if we can keep the non-fighting streak going.
Yes, I would be interested to see that. That would be
I
still.
think this is the second session we've gone without getting into a fight.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Technically, would the Templar ones count? Because that could have been a fight.
Well, that wasn't really
So
a
does
fight.
that count towards the
That was-
streak?
That wasn't really a fight because you didn't fight back.
Yeah, I know, that's the point. It wasn't a fight. It could have been, but it wasn't. I mean, mine was a bit more dangerous, shall we say, but...
No one got hit by weapons or spells, so I'd say it counts.
I mean, I did get shot, but...
Technically, I entangled a couple of people.
We're just unproving your point here.
I'm going to say that it was provoked combat. They provoked you into it, so I would say that doesn't count as you combating them.
So our streak continues, yay.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 3 for 3. You know, let's see if we can go for 5.
Pacifist
Let's see if
run.
we can. Let's see if we. Yeah, pacifist.
No, it's the first game we fought goblins.
Shh, goblins don't count as people.
I was just going to get to that actually. An ambush won't count against your streak because an ambush is unavoidable to be spoken to.
Okay, very well.
Scripted events don't count as breaking the no fights.
So wait, if ambushes don't count, you haven't fought anything.
No, that's why I say we had combat first session. We killed goblins.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't matter that they provoked us. During last session, Merle got wounded because she fell off a log, not because of any enemy doings.
I think she got shot by the crossbow from one of the guards.
Did she?
Yes.
Yeah, I tripped, then they saw me, and then they shot me. And
Okay, then that doesn't count either because you were shot by a crossbow. That counts as combat.
Okay.
Fucking as good as we thought it was. But still not bad. Still not a bad streak.
Nope.
It starts now.
Starts from
Those
tonight.
murders count. It's like we're pacifists, I swear. Those other murders we did, they don't count. Those were cheat days.
Tuesdays are cheat day. That's when we can kill anyone and not break our no-kill streak.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good day to let your murder hobo free.
Oh God. Alright, on that note, I will wrap up the stream and I will see you all next week. Thank you again for being here. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Thank you,
Same
bro.
here.
That's really good.
I will be going to bed. I'll see you all in the coming week.
Alright,
All right.
Yep.
See ya.
bye.
Well then.